Guys, it's Dmitry again. So in this tutorial I just would like to continue talking about JavaScript, and before guys we start coding, which is we planning to do of course, I would like just to set up or to set up the environment for JavaScript, in order to run the code. And there are like a couple of things, or a couple of tools that we need in order to do that. First of all, we need Node.js, which is the Node environment, right? The JavaScript environment, or as I mentioned before, it's basically JavaScript engine, right? So it's an environment where the actual JavaScript code going to be executed. So yeah, let's do it. Just go to this website and just guys install it. I'm not going to do it anymore because it's already installed in my case, but it's just super straightforward. Just select which machine you're using, select Mac or Windows, go and install it. So in order to verify that you install it, the only thing is just open your terminal and run if you're using Mac machine. Otherwise, just you can do kind of similar thing in Windows machine. Just type node -v, which stands for version, and check. In my case, you can see like it's already installed, and you should see your version of Node, right? If it's already installed. So yeah, let's move on. So, and also like guys, LTS or current latest version, to be honest with you, like because we're just going to run really basic tasks, we're going to execute really basic programs, we can stick with just with current. But for big project, like for like real projects, it's better of course to use LTS, which is recommended for most users. So alright, next thing, IDE, which is the environment where we're going to create the program, right? When we're going to run the code. So again, I just recommend VS Code. There are many different IDEs, but this IDE at the moment is just booming, right? And it's a reason why it's so super popular. It's lightweight. I don't have any issues so far. I use it for ages. And another one I know, like some people use, it's called Sublime, and a different one also, it's called Atom. The problem with these IDEs, you have to install extra packages. I mean, many packages, extra packages, in order to run like terminal and all this extra stuff that I will show you later on. But I like this IDE. Trust me, just download it and start using it, and you will like it. Okay, guys, again, it's really straightforward. Just download it. I'm not going to do it because it's already installed in my case. I'm just going to open it. When you download it, just go and open it, and when you open it, you will see this kind of window. So then I'm going to navigate to directory, and the thing is, before that, I guess I'm just going to create like directory, and it's up to you where you're going to create directory. But like on my desktop, for instance, I have folder exercising, and I'm just going to create new folder, which is going to call tutorials. So, and pretty much it, right? So now if I go back to IDE, then I'm going to open, going to this directory and going to open directory tutorials. Done. So here we go. At the moment it's empty because it makes sense, nothing here. And then I'm going to click here and I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to call this file hello world. And yeah, I'm sure like you already guessed, usually all the languages, when people start learning new languages, everything starts from this exercise. It's called Hello World. The first program usually it's a Hello World program, and let's stick with this. I kind of like this approach because it's going to be from basic to more and more complicated stuff. Like we're going to go step by step, right? And yeah, I think it's a good thing. It's a good way to start. Okay, anyway, so extension going to be JS, which stands for JavaScript. Here we go. We created this file now, right? So, and before that, guys, you know, VS Code, it has its own terminal, right? You can run terminal from here. Just open terminal, new terminal, and essentially you can see I am already in this directory, which is desktop exercise and tutorial. If you're not here, just navigate it, right, to here. So now what I would like to do, I would like to show the actual hello world expression. What I'm going to do, I'm going to type console.log and then specify hello world. That's our first code, guys. And the console, it's a standard functionality of JavaScript. So later on, we're going to discuss about that. So in order to run this script, what we have to do, we have to run node, then the name of the actual file, and be careful because it's a case sensitive. So just code as exactly as the way you call this file. So in my case, it's hello world.js, and I'm going to run it now. Here we go, guys. It's our first program, and it's executed successfully. Hello world. So yeah, that's how we're going to do that. So guys, and also what else I would like to do? Next step I would like to do in JavaScript, we also using variables. And in any language we have variables, but here in JavaScript we don't really specify the type of variables. For instance, okay, if you start, I will show you what the variable is. If I type, for instance, var, okay, let's start from const, var, and name Dmitry, and then I would like to do, I would like to type hello and my end name so JavaScript allows you, like, hello, in this case it's a piece of string, right? It's a string, so it's basically letters, right? Name, in this case, we call them variables. This variable is going to contain this piece of information, or in this case Dmitry, and with this we have to play that in these brackets. I'm not sure exactly how we call them. I call them brackets, but they're definitely not brackets. So we have to place it here in order to save to variable. Now this variable going to contain this piece of information. So, and essentially, finally, when I'm going to log out, it should say hello Dmitry, and let's see if it's going to work. Before that, we have to save it. In order to save it, in Mac we have to press Command S. Let's run it. Here we go. You can see first it's executed hello world, and then it's executed hello Dmitry. So, and again, the program itself or the code itself is running from the top to the bottom, right? As you can see. So guys, it's just beginning, right? And again, I think it was to discuss about variables, and in the next actually in the next tutorial I will continue to talk about variables. But okay, he probably it was to mention briefly about that. Variable, I usually treat variables as containers. Essentially, it's a place where you can store the data. So, and in JavaScript, you have also to use this extra piece of information. Essentially, it's nowadays usually we don't use var anymore. In JavaScript, we're using let, or another one we're using, it's called const. The difference is, guys, I will going to explain you what the difference is in the next tutorial, because it's kind of really important piece of information. But just remember, variable essentially it's a place, it's kind of container where we're storing in piece of information. And essentially this container, it's an address. If you guys know, like in computer we have a memory, right? And essentially when I'm defining this container, I just asking computer, please give me some piece of your slot of your memory, right, where I can store this piece of information. And that's how we're doing that, right? It's like kind of instruction for a computer that I would like to say, computer, please give me some space and I'm going to store this piece of information. Thank you very much, guys, for attention, and as always, I'm really excited to talk about JavaScript and just keep practicing, because I think, guys, if you practicing too, right, and I'd strongly recommend just keep on going, you know, not just watch it, just try to repeat it and try to code with me, like in parallel. It's really important that you're practicing, guys. Otherwise, it's not the same effect, right? If you're just watching, just try to run the code and try to understand why it's happening. Thank you very much, guys, and I see you next time. And if you like it, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, or otherwise just like it, please. Any feedback, they really appreciate it. And if you would like to hear some, or if you would like me to make a tutorial about something specific, about specific, I don't know, tool, or about specific topic, please let me know. And yeah, I'm happy to help you with this, guys, and I definitely going to make this specific tutorial if you like really interested in any particular topic. Thank you very much, guys, and thank you for your time. Goodbye.